That should have been the name of the show. Should have been the name of the show. Might be Period Blood.
I was trying to get that at the end of like it comes on just Period Blood.
It literally just missed it. Hello, everybody. This has been the first time in ages. This is Not a Clue Podcast. My name is Brad.
I'm not.
Yes, we can.
Okay, he's still going with that. Okay. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll do the normal whoring. You're listening here at Spreaker.com/show/Not-a-Clue-podcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Not-a-Clue-podcast. On that Twitter thingy at Not-a-Clue-pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. First name the channel. I still can't get used to that, and I have no idea why. First name of the channel is Not a Clue. Second is podcast.
It's been so long since we've done it.
Yeah, it's true. And then also I started, if anyone paid attention to the old Twitter machine, I started a blog associated with this.
I heard that on the music show.
Yeah, I did.
You posted it.
Mm-hmm. That I started it with the Mason Rudolph incident. That was the first one I did. Because it was right off the bat.
What's this you talking about? What Mason Rudolph incident?
I don't know. It's something that we could talk about a little bit.
This show I used to listen to get my sports news, and it hasn't been on for forever.
I don't know what show that is. What show is that again?
Fucking dumbasses.
But anyway, that Tumblr site is tumblr.com/blog/Not-a-Clue-podcast. Also, all these shows go through that too. Like you can click on the link and it'll be there as well. It's been that way. I've had it for a while, but now I'm actually using it. So,
which is good.
Yeah, I didn't do that because I thought that would be a good thing for us to branch out in other means, you know.
More information when we're not having shows. It's going to be good to have information out.
Yeah, that's true.
That can be posted somewhere for people to read.
Oh yeah. Well, the Twitter's been active like a son of a gun.
Oh.
We're like 1,250 followers now. It's pretty good. 1,260, I believe.
I don't even know what Twitter is.
Yeah, let me double check.
I've never tweeted once.
We are at, to be exact, 1,270 to be exact. Isn't too bad.
I've never actually signed up for Twitter.
You're one of the rare people. You're a rare breed, sir.
I know.
Rare breed.
I ain't listening. I'm just sending a work email.
No, you're fine. Trust me. I
hate the fact that I have to say shit like that now.
He lost it.
I absolutely love my job.
Oh my God, I ran into Justin Wilson.
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff, yeah, sorry, Justin's his brother.
Yes, I was going to say Justin's the brother. I was like, oh, Justin's still around here?
Jeff, he was talking about you and how you mentioned he should do a political podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He's very political.
Mm-hmm.
He is very political. But anyway, how you guys been? I mean, I know how you've been, but the people don't know that. How's everything?
People don't give a fuck. No, not about you. It's about me. No, you neither.
Remember,
they get enough of me on the show.
And occasionally on the music. Occasionally on the music show.
True story.
Actually, that's the last music show I did. Was that one September 1st with you? That was a long time.
Love that.
Yeah, it was. But anyway.
That's why I was happy to listen. It was a nice mix, too.
It was. I threw everything in there.
Sorry, off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
On vacation, went and watched the West Virginia University basketball game with a podcast friend here.
It's true. That was actually a good game.
Akron played better than I expected.
Me too.
The program.
Our family of the program.
I'm done right now.
We went with our cousins. It was good. I mean, we posted a couple things on Twitter about it.
You lie. You said you never done anything on Twitter. He just said we. He said we.
I never said we, but he posted it.
Were you in any of the pictures?
No.
Fuck. Open my mouth. Everything is going well.
That's good.
I'm loving my new old job. However you want to say it.
Old new job.
Because it's.
I'm trying to get that.
It's my old place I used to work, but it's a new job, a new position I'm in, but it's an old.
I get you. I got you.
Good. Because I'm glad somebody does.
See, you don't even know what he's saying right now.
He's somewhere in there, in between.
His brain's still in work mode.
Yep.
Actually,
see, he's brains with this. I'm 24/7 pretty much. I am always in work mode unless I legit tag out and say I'm not in working.
He's dressed for work currently.
No, just pull over. Well, it's funny. Before we get going, like when I used to work at Head Start, I wore pretty much the same thing every day. One of 4 outfits. 2 different pairs of sweatpants I had, 3 sweatpants, and 2 pair of jeans. And I would wear that every day in the same t-shirts. Aguzasni Mohawk Casino softball t-shirt, gray. Aguzasni Mohawk Casino softball t-shirt, blue. Aguzasni Mohawk Casino t-shirt, softball t-shirt, gray and blue, because I had 2 of each.
Yeah.
And a gray or blue or other t-shirt. And that was the only things I wore. And so I went in. One thing that I love about my job is I make my own hours, essentially. Like, unless I have something.
We set an appointment up.
Yeah. Or unless I got caught and stuff. But I make my own hours. So I just went in to take some stuff to Aaron. And people were like, what the fuck? CD?
You were on a t-shirt and a wife beater? What's going on?
Literally, like, it was this. And these sweatpants, like, they weren't fit for public consumption. They should have been retired. They should have been taken behind the barn and shot.
Hung in the rafters.
2 years ago. Wow. No, you wouldn't hang these in the. You hang these in the crack house.
Still a rafter.
No, that's part of their curtain system.
Pretty much. That's how they divided.
The fumes out from
No, it was like it's just like you keep the crack. This side was crack. This is meth. It was the divide.
It's like separation of church and state where you've got political people.
So basically what you're saying is those pants were the separation between Ogdensburg and Messina.
Ouch.
Yeah.
See? Thank you.
Or Malone and never mind.
That was
Uptown Malone and downtown Malone.
That was a local thing, everybody. For people who live not near this place.
Look it up.
Can you tell we've missed each other?
No, we haven't.
We got to do something Saturday though.
We do.
Fuck it up.
I work. I can't.
Call for
Yeah, you can.
2.
But I could call in.
I'll punch you.
Although my boss listens to this, so I don't think he'd enjoy that.
I'm glad.
That sounded just like him, didn't it?
Something bad to say.
All right. So there's a couple of big things that have happened. I'm going to leave it up to you two to see what we talk about first.
He's nuts.
Well, there's that. That's one of the 3.
Yes, that was a big thing that did happen.
That's true.
Yeah, not a big.
We can talk about the because we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it. The Mason Rudolph, Myles Garrett situation.
I forgot to put that meat away.
The Colin Kaepernick situation, which just happened.
Sorry, so you said
No, that's all right. No, that's okay.
The door was open.
That's all right.
Wide open.
I walked.
To the valley of the shadow of
He
death.
moonwalked through that bitch.
So, or do you want to go way off the beaten path and talk about?
What path? Everything is.
I was gonna say the awards for baseball.
Everything is always off the beaten path. If we're on the path, it's a cobblestone path.
No, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
It's like a path from the 1400s.
Wow.
We're going to talk about all of them. So
Yeah, no, I was going to leave it up to you guys to see where you wanted to go first.
well, do we want to lose Keith now, later, or break
I'm
it up?
eating now, so go baseball.
Sounds good.
Jesus Christ.
It's raining babies from heaven.
Can it rain like dollar
Wait,
bills?
hold on. Ready?
Dollar bills.
DeGrom with the NL Cy Young. Thoughts?
You guys were so confused. You didn't know whether to
He's
fist
still
bump,
eating.
high five.
I've been playing with my phones in.
He didn't.
What? Yeah.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got to take a moment to acknowledge that.
Wait.
Slow clap, ladies and gentlemen.
I tried.
I called it.
Back
You did.
to back years.
I didn't call it last year.
Look at you go.
You did your research. I didn't call it. I called. Well, I'm gonna take partial credit because last year I had a Met. The wrong Met,
Yeah.
but I had a Met.
But did you think he earned it this year?
Yes.
More than last year?
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, I don't want to say more, but do I think he was the best pitcher? I think DeGrom's the best pitcher in baseball.
What about Garrett Cole,
I think
Verlander?
DeGrom's the best pitcher in baseball.
Okay.
But it's not like a wide margin.
No.
Not more.
Okay.
AL Cy Young. You think Verlander deserved it?
Nope.
Who would you have given it to?
Cole.
Exactly.
I was going to say, Cole should have got it over him.
Well, I don't want to say over him. Him getting it is not a slight.
It wasn't like, oh, what the hell?
It's you're splitting hairs at that point.
Yes.
Because they both had amazing seasons. But I think Cole was just a little bit better, especially down the stretch. Not even down the stretch. Down the last 3.5 months of baseball. Like, he had that one start in the April that just destroyed him.
After that, he should have just went. He should have gave up. Yeah. After that, he should have gave up.
But no, I do like
You're
DeGrom.
welcome, guys.
Like, outside of DeGrom, who would you have given it to in the NL? Strauss? I think he was the only legitimate candidate.
Hyun-Jin Ryu was a legitimate candidate. He was.
Until the not to sound
homer.
He was until the last four to five starts of the season.
His last three starts, he gave up like 5 runs. He walked a bunch, another one. He didn't give up a lot of runs, but he walked a bunch, and then he got roughed up on this last outing.
His last month, I'll give him the last month. It's not like he went.
It was the last month.
He didn't go off the cliff.
No.
He was pitching at such a high level. Well, just that little bump.
He had a 1.9 ERA, and then it went to like a 2.7 or whatever he ended out, just because of the month. Because when you let up all of a sudden 7 runs, that destroys anything.
And if DeGrom ever gets any run support, he'd be 27-2.
You're not lying. You're not lying. You're not lying. You're not loinclothing it.
Oh, excuse. I'm listening.
It's just work stuff. No, you're good.
So, MVP Trout?
So, it's one of those. We talked about it. One of the last shows that we did that we said Trout is probably going to get it, but did he deserve it?
Deserve is a rough word to put.
Yeah, and we said it that way too.
Because his stats are AL MVP worthy. If Bergman does have the year he had,
Bregman
on the team he had,
and Bregman was healthy.
I think
also,
MVP needs to be changed to something else.
Like most outstanding player.
What? Better stats. This is what it should be called, because you can be the most valuable player in the league. Like, if you weren't on that team's not going to do anything, and you're not going to see a sniff at this because your team wasn't good enough to get to that point. All
right, well, now that you're saying it that way, let's look at it this way. Mike Trout, he batted 291, which is low for him. He had 45 home runs, 104 RBIs. He walked 110 times, had 11 stolen bases. He also had 27 doubles, 2 triples.
And 46 defensive leads.
And he also had, I'm going to go to Bregman here, and he also had it in 84 less at-bats. Bregman batted 296 with 41 home runs, 112 RBIs, 37 doubles, and 2 triples, and 5 stolen bases.
You know what pissed me off?
What's that?
LeMahieu didn't get enough respect. He wasn't the MVP, but he should have got more respect, more love. And it sounds like a homer or whatever. I don't care. He had an MVP caliber.
He had a really good season.
He should have been a finalist.
He had a really good season. Like, you can't take that away from the man.
He had that team on his back and when you needed a big hit, you didn't want no one else up in that Yankee lineup outside of maybe Torres.
LeMahieu batted 327 with 26 home runs, 102 RBIs. He had 33 doubles, 2 triples. He also had basically 200 hits. With
something like I remember I don't remember the stat exactly, but like with the running scoring position and 2 outs, he batted something like 400.
And see, I think that should weigh more.
But the other two,
these decisions.
But no, the other two were clear cut above.
No, but
like I thought Bregman should have got it.
But I feel like those.
I figured he would have.
This type of decision, just like because without those hitters in those moments, do you get the win?
Yes and no, because you're gonna let LeMahieu beat you. You're not gonna let Bregman beat you. You're not gonna let Trout beat you.
I understand that.
Well, especially in the lineup that Trout has.
I just mean
you don't want Trout to beat you.
Even if Bregman comes up and he's hitting, if he's Bregman, you're probably gonna walk him with the base open. You're not gonna walk LeMahieu.
No.
I'm talking about in all sports in general, though.
Yeah, I understand.
No, we get
look into that.
Which is why I kind of like I said, the most outstanding player, because it's not because the most valuable player, if you think about it, should be the most valuable to the team.
Yes, the guy who, if you remove him, that team goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
How do you does the team have to be a good team? because if you take Trout off the Angels, they're still. With Trout and the Angels, they're still a bad team.
Yes.
If you take them off, they're just a worse team.
Well, his wins above replacement though helps.
I hate that stat. That stat is ridiculous.
But
you can't quantify that.
Well, for someone like him, I think you could.
No, you can't. Like you're telling me Mike Trout is better than Mickey Mantle was in this point in his career. Mickey Mantle, who had World Series rings, the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
You're telling me if you stick those two in front of me, I'm taking Mickey Mantle's career over Mike Trout up to this point because he was a winner. So you're not going to tell me wins above a place. That's stat ball.
He also had a better team. Mickey Mantle did too. To be fair.
What did he make the team better, or did the team make him? I understand what you're saying.
No, I'm just trying to devil's advocate you here.
Totally understand what you're saying, but I don't like that stat. It's ridiculous to me. Wins above replacement. Shut up.
But there are other three.
Not you, but no. Well, you can shut up too.
Hey, I do baseball things.
You shut up too.
So, what do you think of?
Normally, I don't.
Did Bellinger deserve it in the NL?
When you say deserves, I'll fight back that word. Am I mad that he won it? Absolutely not. I think if Yelich doesn't get hurt, it's closer.
We're having a different conversation. If Alonso wasn't a rookie, should he have gotten more consideration with his?
No, he didn't hit. He didn't hit in the high enough average, and his strikeouts were way too high. I think him.
Actually, looking at it, yeah, he had 80 more strikeouts than Bellinger.
I think he was perfect where he was.
But he did deserve the Rookie of the Year, though.
Not even. I don't even think it was close. Just like I don't think it was close in the American League.
Bellinger, for the record, had 305, 47 home runs, 115 RBIs. He also stole 15 bases. He only struck out 108 times, which in nowadays is good. He had 34 doubles, 3 triples.
And a partridge in the pear tree.
And that as well. He also had an on-base percentage, and this is where I think the big stat comes in here, but Yelich is better with this too, which is going to be shocking. It was over 400. His on-base percentage was 406.
That shit was fast.
God. Man.
I thought Yelich was going back until he broke his arm.
And Yelich's on-base percentage was 429.
Yelich, I don't know what it is. He just flipped the switch.
Is Rendon? Would Rendon have been in that conversation?
He was. He was number 3.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, should he have been?
No. Okay. I think like Yelich and Bellinger
were the two.
They just stormed out the gate, and you had to catch. You had to go above and beyond to catch them.
Well, Rendon was catching them.
Oh, he was.
If the season was longer, he would have caught them.
I don't think so.
Well, because he at the last end of the season, he was up, and Bellinger was
Bellinger
level.
was also. They were also set where they were at.
True. Yeah, they were set at the beginning of September.
Yeah. So, I think when they got out to such a big lead, it's easy to catch them. But no, you can't just catch them when they started out and maintain. You got to catch them and surpass them. Like he could have been on their footsteps, but I don't even think it was that close.
Yeah, he not being a homer, but I got to see a lot of the stuff, through all the highlights that I get and stuff because of Dodger fan. He was the best player on that team.
They lapped him, and by the end of the season, Rendon made up that lap, but he was still
at the beginning of the lap.
40 feet. Yeah. He was still 40 yards behind him.
I thought you were going again.
I'm about to.
Can you lean that way this time?
No.
Please. I'm going to shove a bottle up your ass.
All of a sudden it'll pew. He'll break that. He'll break the fan or the freezer over there. Break all those bottles that are up there because it bounces up that high.
These bars have been brought to you by.
Leave the booze alone. Aaron cleaned it up there and shit.
I know, it's actually very, very well organized.
You threw away some shit that I hadn't drank in forever. It's like alcohol doesn't go bad.
I mean, some of the flavored stuff does.
I don't really do flavored alcohol. That ain't my shit up there.
Okay.
I don't think you should ever do flavored alcohol.
You know what's mine up there? The Douce, the gin,
the Bacardi.
Remember the last time we had gin?
And the vodka.
When he was over there?
Yeah.
And then he was in there?
I don't remember much of that.
For the record, we were pointing to the floor in front of the sink and in the bathroom hugging the toilet. Because I had to pee outside because he was hugging the toilet.
I couldn't throw up. I was damn near dying trying to make myself.
We could hear you throwing up.
No, you heard me dry gagging damn near. Like I had these 2 fingers with touching my appendix.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Was Ron Jeremy here?
All right, it was touching my heart.
Okay. Again, was Ron Jeremy here? Because that is one way.
I'll touch your heart.
It was so much like I'm gonna be fucked up next month. Her office Christmas party, the tribe's Christmas party is next month at the casino, and we get a room. We get the like they book off a block of rooms. So we did it last year, but I was working there, so I couldn't get shit faced. I got drunk. I don't work there this year. I'm getting annihilated.
He's like, I ain't got shit to do.
I'm gonna tell off a couple motherfuckers. Fuck you, fuck you.
You're cool.
No, fuck you too, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you too, bitch.
You're my wife. I'm gonna.
No, she was the first. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna get in your system. It don't matter. Fuck that shit.
No, it matters.
Especially when you got hotel rooms. I'm gonna be too fucked up to try and do it.
He won't even know how to use an elevator. He'll be like,
somebody has proposed a trade to me.
It's still trade?
No. NBA.
Somebody proposed to you?
See, this is why I want to punch people.
What's the trade?
That's not too bad.
What's the trade? Announce it out loud.
Dame Lillard.
Okay.
For Jeff Teague and Pascal Siakam.
So wait, who do you have and who?
I got Dame.
Okay.
For Pascal Siakam and Jeff Teague.
It's actually not bad.
That's what when I saw it. I saw Dame Lillard at first. I'm like, well,
but those two, that's actually not bad, and you can just drop your weakest link.
Actually, point guard is like I got Kemba as my backup point guard,
and he's having a good year.
Yeah,
he's actually having after his first game, he's been really good.
I'm gonna have to sit back and let that marinate for a second.
It's actually not a bad trade. I'm gonna tell you now, not a bad trade.
Oh man, but you know the man crush I got on Dame.
I know.
Speaking of Dame,
we can talk basketball though. We haven't talked about fantasy. We gotta talk fantasy.
Oh, I planned on talking fantasy after because we got basketball, football, but let's go to the big stories here. So we're gonna do Miles or Cap?
Cap.
Okay, let's do Cap
because it's gonna be quick.
All right. So we basically said a long time ago we probably were never going to really talk about this again because it was exhausted and nobody really wanted to hear it anymore. But it got thrust into our pajama pants, and so we're I don't know why I said it that way, but still.
Didn't you say pajama pants on the music show or something along those lines?
What's up with you on pajama pants?
Did I say the cat's pajamas? Maybe.
You said something at the end, like when you were signing off. And you're like, I don't know why I said it that way. And yeah.
Well, whatever. Anyway.
It was something weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Sure it was like
yeah, I can't remember. I don't fucking know. But now we're going to talk about him again after we said we weren't because he got thrust back into the spotlight by having a super sudden workout that was announced just a handful of days beforehand.
Well, it was an NFL scheduled workout.
Yes.
NFL scheduled the workout, and then he canceled that one. And did his own.
Yes. And then that's where now people are like, oh, he's not in it for this, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's besides the point. Don't want to go in that direction yet. So he like he said.
8 teams reported.
Yeah, like he said, well, 20 some odd teams initially were reporting.
For the NFL workout, but when he switched it to his, only 8.
Yeah. And this is where I want to. This is what I want to get to. And it's actually I'm going to tie it in with something personal at the end that happened earlier today. Not the one thing we were talking about. Something else that fell into my lap today too. That I can actually tie into. I can tie into this. Yes, that was. What
I'm listening. I'm playing Temple Run.
No, you're fine. But
I'm listening. I'm playing Temple.
He's not getting his coins anymore. He's playing a game. He's playing a different game.
I got no lives in that one. That's why.
He used them all up.
But like he said, they had this many show up, and then he canceled it a half hour beforehand. Went to a place that's literally a half hour away on the opposite end of the city. But this is where it gets where
chess matchy.
Yes, but this is also where you have to sit back and go, there is a chance that he planned this way like a few days ahead of time when it was announced, because he was at a high school field, which you have to get permission to do that, regardless of who you are.
Unless you're Kaepernick.
Yeah, but I mean, still, he's not going to call 30 minutes beforehand and have security already there and people with his shit on. I don't think that, but that's neither here nor there. But this is where the conflict is going to come in. They are basically like a married couple that's trying to get back together, but at the same time is bringing like their other spouse with them.
I think Cap did it for the reason of he wants the teams that are actually interested in him. And we'll make that travel.
And he wanted it to be on his more of his terms. And I agree with him on not signing that liability thing, which had a little thing at the end about a lawsuit that he cannot sue anymore. I think that was I would have refused that too. He only signed the thing he only signed the thing for the physical because he's like, no, I agree to the physical part. He goes, because if I don't, I can never get a job anyway. So yes, I will agree to that.
I think it was a strategic move by Kaepernick to move the workout to see what teams were actually interested.
Now my question is, was the NFL genuine?
Nope.
No.
Okay. We're all on the same page. So so one of us, anybody have a devil's advocate route they want to go down?
Nope.
I can't
okay.
devil's advocate this because the NFL just did it as like, I'm tired of hearing about this publicity. Let's try to nip it in the butt.
Yeah, but to be fair, don't do it. It wasn't as prevalent as it was, and
it died down.
Yeah, and now they just basically reignited it because I can't tell you how many people on the right I saw today bashing this whole fucking thing. It's like,
it's just people.
It's also part of the political intrigue, though. The political
system.
No, the state that we're in currently.
Yeah,
with the extremes and it's.
But the one thing that I'm going to tie it into, it's people were making it race related too.
Of course, it's race related.
Yeah, no. But it's well, he's doing it for his, for his cause, yeah. which we've talked about on the show before about this is the injustice and
police brutality.
Yeah, and which we all think that happens, and two of us are super white, except for in North Carolina, only one of us is.
I'm always super white.
That's true. My Bella. Calm down, Bella. Calm down. But Bella, no. You do not get that food. Almost got the food. Where was I?
She's a cheeky
super white.
I got distracted.
Super Caucasian.
Oh, that was a great part to come back in on. Okay, I forgot where I was going. Son of a bitch.
Two of us are super white.
Super Caucasian.
Except for in North Carolina, yes.
We discussed about his political or his stance on everything.
Yeah, well, it's not just his stance. It's
the stance.
People with common sense notice this.
Yeah.
Case in point, I'm going to bring it up. There was the guy who was eating on a train track, like on the however you want to word it.
I think it was in California.
Yeah, it was in Los Angeles, I believe, or San Francisco, or one of those, or Sacramento. Insert Californian city. He was just eating a sandwich, and he got arrested for eating a sandwich.
It looked good, too.
And you're not supposed to eat on the train. It doesn't say on the platform. There it is, platform.
English language, we mastered it.
Because there's a lady I work with. She's like, I've been on that. She goes, I've been on that platform. She goes, it says signs you can't eat on the train. So, did you see what happened afterwards?
No, I didn't.
There was a couple ladies, not African American ladies, white ladies.
Caucasians?
Yes, Caucasians, and I think one might have been Latina. They ended up buying food for 600 people, and anybody who walked on the platform gave them food to eat in front of officers. But case in point right there, it's for eating a sandwich and because they said he was resisting arrest. If you watch the video, there's a video about it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, no, I was talking people on the show if they're listening or in.
Listen, this is gonna sound soapboxish.
So what?
Okay.
All right, so he's standing on it.
I'm used to it. I'm done. I'm like perfect example. I was at work. I was following a coworker to a house that we were going to visit, and they're doing 70 miles per hour in a 55. And we get to the place. Luckily, I knew where I was going. And they turned around and was like, God, you drive slow. And I was like, no, you have the luxury to drive fast. I have to keep it to where I don't
cause them to give you
police the chance to stop me for any reason. And he looked at me like, what?
Yeah.
No, let me retort. It wasn't going to work. It was a personal situation. But the person looked at me. I was following him to pick up something. I was helping him move. The reason doesn't count, but the conversation is what matters.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like, what are you talking about? And that
What are you talking about?
Lack of understanding.
The naivete of the situation. It's like, it's something I have to deal with. Like, I'm used to people following me when I go in stores.
Oh, Christ, remember the time that Bill, you and myself went into Best Buy?
We went to Best Buy?
And they were following?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it, so it's like, whatever. I don't care no more.
Did you watch First Take or hear anything about First Take at all today?
I've been out of the house since 7:30.
I don't like First Take because I can't stand Stephen A. And it was funny that there were 3 African Americans on the show. Obviously Molly, and then there's
Max.
And there's Max. The African Americans were saying Cap should fall in line, Cap should do this to the system, blah blah blah, like basically be a puppet.
Whereas
Max is like,
who was it?
It was Stephen A. It was oh God. Oh, you had to ask me this question. It's somebody who is very rarely on the show.
Doesn't matter.
But anyway.
Was it Bomani?
No, it wasn't Bomani.
Ryan Clark?
No, it wasn't Ryan Clark.
Dominique Foxworth?
Nope.
That's why.
Okay.
And you can infer what you want from it, listeners, but that's why.
Yeah, but Max was the only one that was like, no, stick it to them. If you're gonna stick by your guns, stick by your guns.
Listen, my
But it's funny how the white guy was more in tune to.
Stephen A. is very good at his job, depending on what you describe his job at.
So what do you describe his job at?
Annoying as fuck.
Sorry.
He's really good at that.
That was really loud. I'm sorry.
No, he's really good at that.
He went on this whole
diatribe
about Cap not being in it for. He doesn't really want to get into the NFL. I'm like,
he said that on the show today too.
How do you take that away from what happened? The NFL didn't want no media, no X, no Y, no Z.
But
Cap said, well, why? No? All right, then you know what? I'm going to go do it.
My own thing.
I'm going to do this now right here. I have this platform.
Yeah.
All right, maybe going back to your point earlier, maybe he had it on standby because he knew what the NFL was about.
Oh, no. But it's just one of those things where
I want to say he's an Uncle Tom because I hate that. That pisses me off. But he champions for. I don't want to say the wrong thing because it's my opinion. It's the wrong thing. But he gets on the soapbox too often about nonsense. And then when it's something important, he falls back too often.
Because he doesn't want the friction to fall on him.
And then when you call him out, he gets really defensive.
He does.
And he wants to get louder.
And that's why I love Levitard, because Levitard, literally, he doesn't care. Like, ESPN has suspended him how many times?
Levitard is my third favorite sports personality.
But how many? But literally,
yes, I know.
He is third in the suspension scale behind 2 who don't really work there anymore. 1 who doesn't, and 1 who part-time shows up. In Jamel Hill and Michael Smith. They were suspended.
I love Jamel Hill. I love Michael Smith too. But Levitard's my third favorite behind Bomani and Poppy. I love Poppy. Poppy's got fun. But I love like Levitard just, if it's right or wrong, he's going to say how it feels, and it's not going to be down the middle. He's going to pick a side, whether you agree with him or don't. He's going to pick a side.
It's called an opinion, though. You're supposed to pick a side. You're not supposed to play both.
We have a listener who has their opinion. It's Jay. He says, my personal opinion on the Cap situation is that the NFL did everything to give credence to the cry of them blackballing him. I agree that he did it to put the ball back in his court and try to get back to work.
But he did get blackballed. They already settled out.
No. He was saying that if I'm reading this right, he basically was trying to put it into his own court.
Give him control.
Yeah, give him control. I think he might have worded it wrong, but I think that's, if I'm reading this correctly,
okay,
that's what I think it is.
The takeaway that I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, was like, I'm going to take power away.
Well, he might have came in partway through it because
that's the same.
Yeah.
What up, Jay?
That's what I'm.
Yeah, what's going on, Jay?
That as.
Thanks for listening, by the way.
But yeah,
I have zero problems with him, and not to cause. I'm done talking about it. I said this 2 years ago. He will never throw another pass in the NFL. And when I heard about the workout, I think your brother posted it. I was like, it doesn't matter.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, he's not.
I do have to say, I did not even expect him to get a workout.
Me neither. And
so the fact that he got to,
was it cool? Yeah. Good, nice little PR publicity from the NFL.
It was. I think it was their way to try to almost put him in a corner. Honestly. And I think he saw it coming and just
fuck you.
Basically,
you guys already paid me. I'm over.
Jason said, "Hey guys, what's up?"
I'm good, thank you. I am done talking about Cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
You good?
I think we've covered it best we can.
I knew we were gonna have to talk about it, but it's like
at
this point we're beating the dead horse.
Oh God, yes, but because it became thrust back into the spotlight.
Absolutely. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the
Mason. Yeah, let's go to the Mason Rudolph portion of the program here, because, like I said on our Tumblr blog, which is at tumblr.com/blog/NoticalPodcast.
Tumblr still locked up? They closed Tumblr.
No, that was 4chan and shit like that they closed down because it's something like this, but they post a lot of weird shit.
I don't know any of this
4chan, 8chan. That's like it's basically hackers use it and stuff like that. But people also do like really weird porny shit on there too.
Oh, I know. No, I used to get a lot of
the good stuff.
A lot of
your memes used to come from that.
That's what I was trying to get at. A lot of memes and gifs. I used to see Tumblr.
Well, Tumblr is where you can get that too, but 4chan and shit is where some of that shit came beforehand. But there's a lot of other things.
I'm good.
All right, so what you said.
All right, okay. So I do you guys want to give your opinion on it first?
Shit was hilarious. I didn't see it when it happened. I fell asleep on the game.
I literally was.
I woke up
I was pulling into my driveway when it went on, like it was going on, and I almost didn't even turn off my car because I wanted to see it. Because they're like, and punches thrown, blah blah blah, and then it's like, did he just hit him in the head with his helmet? Like,
listen, I woke up the next morning.
I'm like, am I watching wrestling? Am I listening to wrestling?
Somebody else made that point too.
Yeah, there was a couple people on ESPN, but they
brought it up
but somebody on ESPN brought it up too.
I saw someone and they brought it up and carried it.
Yes,
kicked him in the nuts.
Punched him in the nuts.
I'm gonna react.
I'm not going. Might not hit you over the head
too. If you saw in the replay, and honestly, I don't care whether everyone's like, well, play to start with.
Give him 15 yards. And
it's a penalty. And I wish I could find it, but it immediately got like 5,000 retweets and likes. And all it was, somebody else a bully is ballsy due to the fact that you did this to me. You put me in a toilet.
The funniest part was when Ojanawi
pushed him.
But yeah, no, like he definitely Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph situation. We'll talk about it. Okay, keep going, Keith. Sorry.
That's all right.
That was the squeaky toy. Bella turned and sat. We've lost internet connection.
More premium content.
I want it when it hits news.
Could you imagine pay $10 to get it just like it was in the theater, but you gotta get it right there? Like some movies, but they're the lower movies. Oh, hey, we're back. There we go. All right, sorry, we got chit chatting because we got disconnected for a second. Jay, I don't know if you heard what I had said, but if you, wait,
breaking news?
No, Jay was just finally talking. Oh no, that was a different thing. Okay, never mind. Your Wi-Fi must have went out because I all of a sudden got like a couple updates and stuff too. But it's back again. Jay, if you were listening, type in what your thoughts are on the whole Mason Rudolph situation while Keith was going on. Sorry, we lost connection for about 2 minutes there. So anyway, Keith?
Yes, Myles Garrett's suspension
was,
I think, sustainable. I agree with C. He's probably going to be suspended for part of next year, even if it's only like 4 games or something.
Yeah.
But some suspension will be served next year as well for his reaction to the situation. But I am upset that Mason Rudolph did that. Like, it still is bothering me.
Even if he got one game, I would have been like, okay, good.
He deserves to be suspended for his part.
He does.
Like, he threw a punch. You throw a punch in the NFL.
He threw a kick and a punch. But because
the wording of the NFL is you throw a punch.
Yep.
You're suspended.
Yep.
And yet this guy doesn't get suspended for throwing a punch. Yep. There's a problem.
He's Caucasian.
There's a problem.
Stating obvious.
Somebody said that if he hit Tom Brady that same way, he would have been arrested on the spot.
SWAT team would have came.
I'm no longer able to play in the NFL ever.
So now the other question. Oh wait, Jay just said something. Even if he did kick him in the nuts, that doesn't give somebody the right to hit him in the head with a helmet, which is true. We're not saying.
It does. If anything gives you the right to hit him in the head with a helmet, is getting kicked and punched in the nuts.
And honestly, Myles Garrett being suspended, we agree with his suspension.
Yeah.
We disagree with the fact that Mason Rudolph did not get suspended.
Yeah. Because Mason Rudolph was the one who started the whole situation. He did.
And even if he did start the situation, he still reacted to the situation the same way everybody else was. He still threw punches. He still went after people.
Hit his hands in the air like a fucking idiot?
That's just him going for a call.
Well, it's funny. He gets hit in the head with his helmet, and his first reaction is to turn and go like this, like he got hit in the head on a throw when he got brushed like Tom Brady does.
You're not going to give me 99 yards so I can score a touchdown?
Or like when LeBron gets sneezed next to and he calls for a foul. Or any other NBA player for that matter. Harden, you fart next to him and he flops himself to the ground.
You stand next to Harden, he kicks his leg up so he clips you and gets the foul call.
Yeah, somehow does a cartwheel in midair and lands gracefully.
And it's an and one. Wait, what?
What? He didn't even make it. Still an and one. It's an and six.
That's it. Get out of here.
All right. So
double technical.
So my opinion. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But immediately from the get-go, I said Rudolph should get a game and Garrett at the minimum should get 6. Just because that was like initial just boom. That was my initial reaction. I actually typed a whole bunch. And I actually named it We Are Miles Apart. I actually kind of liked that.
With a Y?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. Because
I know that there's...
Because I figured it was going to be miles apart between what other people thought and what I thought. So that's why I did it. I literally said... Wait. Here, let me see. I said Myles Garrett, first and foremost, is in the wrong, technically, for swinging, but Mason Rudolph needs to take a gigantic part of this blame, too. I can already hear people saying, he didn't swing a helmet, you asshole. Well, technically, you might be right, but if you go back and look at the footage, Mason tries many times to take the helmet off of Garrett while on the ground, and then kicks him in the balls.
Listen, I didn't shoot him. I killed him with a knife, but I didn't shoot him.
Yeah.
That's the defense.
Yeah.
Fucking real.
Yeah.
That's why it's murder and first degree, second degree murder, manslaughter, and it's different varying crimes of the same nature.
Look, Susan, I might have fucked Jennifer one time, but what about all those other days we've been married that I did not fuck her?
Well, no, I ain't fucking your ass. You don't let me do it in your ass.
So it's a different hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy diver!
Oh, wow.
Listen, like I said, I agree Garrett should be suspended. I agree Pouncey should be suspended. I agree on a no way or whatever
that guy
should be suspended.
Yep.
I disagree that
Rudolph
was suspended.
And they haven't even announced what his fine is yet, have they?
$7.
A trip to Starbucks.
Double frappe capa lapa loca.
Well, that's a big fine.
I know.
Those things are like $1 million each.
Yeah, it's like $7.
Plus tax.
I mean, when we were in West Virginia, it was about $7.
$7 and your pinky.
Well, that's for a small. If you want the grande.
Oh yes, because that's vente. They must get the vente.
I'm like, bitch, just give me that one.
What's the biggest one you got? Double.
What?
I brought my big goat with me. Fill this shit up, bitch.
He brought that. Oh, that might melt.
64 hours. They got iced coffee.
They do?
Oh, yeah, because didn't you order and you got iced coffee instead?
Yeah, my hot coffee. I wanted a mocha, and then I accidentally ordered
Ice mocha?
the frappe. Yeah, so it's the crushed ice type thing, yeah. It was not what I wanted, but I drank it. I didn't give a shit.
They don't make the mochas right anyway.
No.
When
It's been a while since I had one.
When they ordered that, you could hear them going, white people shit.
Well, I'm a barista, so.
You're a barista?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whip something up for Keith right now.
I could.
I don't drink coffee. So.
I can froth milk. I can.
Well, you can froth something, all right.
I don't know if I can do designs anymore. I did it once. We had a competition. But I can make a cappuccino, a latte, a mocha, Americano.
Americano!
I love that job, too. That job was fucking fun.
So where did you do that again?
Prick. Upscale sandwich shop in the city.
Okay.
It was a shop that came over. It's a England-based company.
Yeah.
And they came over, and their flagship thing in New York was on Wall Street. And I worked there in the flagship store when it opened. Well, I wasn't there on the initial open. A friend of mine was. And she got me in, and I worked there. Like, we'd make sandwiches. It was like $6-7 sandwiches, which is par for course now.
Yeah.
But this was
before when the Egg McMuffin was like $2.
No, before the dollar menu. I was like 19, 20. So this was 15, 17 years ago.
20 years ago. If you were 19 or 17, that's 20 years ago.
Wow.
I was doing math for you, I'm sorry.
I know, but it was, fucker. I was up here 15 years ago. I didn't think the audience needed to know all of it.
I just call you out.
You're welcome.
I knew what I was trying to do, ass man.
I didn't know what you were trying to do. I'm sorry.
You fucking corrected me, motherfucker.
You're welcome.
That's racism at its finest right there. White man always correcting black
White privilege, bitch.
You're welcome.
But no,
what was his math not good enough for you?
That was city math.
Yeah, New York City. I love that job. It's called if you ever get down to the city, you should stop by. Get downtown, Midtown, Manhattan, downtown. Prêt à manger.
I like a lot of smaller coffee places. Like, honestly, when I was in South Carolina with family last year, my brother and stuff, they had a little coffee shop. Like, I mean, it's basically a hole in the wall. There was maybe a table.
Oh, might have went away.
There was literally a table in this coffee shop.
Yeah.
They did sandwiches and baked goods and stuff, but...
Like, we had to make, I think it was 120 sandwiches an hour.
Nice.
Or 60? 60 maybe. Well, it was some...
I was going to say, it's probably 60, because you can make one a minute.
Well, no, it was like... If you had white bread, it was different than if you had...
Black bread, sorry.
I was waiting for it. I was kind of like, wow.
Sliced bread as opposed to
muffins?
Baguettes.
Baguettes. Well, it was muffins, you know.
Is that on the brioche bun?
But you fucking asshole. And the best part they got, they did. It was a British store. And at the end of the day, like they would give.
Did you sell scones?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Hogwash.
But they used to,
it was a European.
Fucking assholes. They used to give a lot of the food to, because they didn't, it was made fresh daily.
So at the end,
they would give it to City Harvest, food bank, country, but they would also let the employees take what you wanted.
Nice.
So I used to go home with 2 bags of sandwiches every day, sell them, and they had like fresh squeezed juices. And so we didn't squeeze them in the store, but we would get them. They would every morning. Like we opened up at 6 a.m. to prepare because we had to be to work at 6. We opened up at 7 because Wall Street, and we at 6 o'clock every morning they were there delivering, and we could take. They had a shelf life of 2 days, so every 2 days and Friday it was like. Monday,
even though it'd still be good,
it was Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday because they were only open Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
and we could take those home. I'll take them home and sell them. Sushi platters.
Couldn't do that one. Couldn't do that.
Every day he's hustling.
I was listening.
Run, man!
Whoa! You just made Bella go crazy.
They had a secret shopper. They would send somebody in every week, and whoever got the secret shopper would get an extra $75 in their check. $30 for every secret shopper that came in, and I got keen at spotting them. So I would make sure.
Then you would try to get yourself.
Yeah, like if a line was going, I would go really slow until that person was coming up, and then I'd speed up and get them to come to me. I swear to God, I got secret shopper 30 times.
But did you had to know who it was? Did you have to pick up who it was?
You didn't know, but you kind of, like most people, you come in, you look at what you want, then you go to the counter. Secret shopper comes in, and they're observing everything. They're looking at the lines, how you're working, looking at if stuff is on the shelves right. Because they're also
quality control.
Quality control is a store clean. So they're coming in, and they're trying to be casual, and they're looking, they come up.
But it's easy. I spot them at McDonald's all the time, too, when they would come through.
And they're looking around, and they're wandering around a little bit. They're going to the sandwich.
Their order's not always what normal people would order. You know, you got to get a little bit of everything. So you got to try a drink this way. You got to get this. You got to get that.
And they go to the cooler. They pick up something, put it down, go back over here and pick up something, put it down, go back to the same first thing. And you just like an extra $75. It was usually about twice a week. And you spot it. And the best thing was, once a month, they would take the whole staff out, drinking and eating.
What, really?
The dude that owned the store lived in the same Manhattan high-rise as Mariah Carey.
Oh.
This dude was batshit loaded.
I guess
he would take the whole store out. Even if he didn't go, he would give his black card to the manager.
Racist.
Well, I'm assuming it was a black card. And he'd like, and I heard him in the office.
Message!
He's like, yeah, take it. No limit. Let them do what they want to do.
Nice.
Once a month. Once every other month. At least.
God, that's fine.
I love how we went from a fine.
Listen, because
to baguettes and
our white bread.
Black bread.
Black bread bitches. Black bread bitches.
Wow. Is that rye bread right back there? Do you have rye bread? Thank you so much.
I love that job.
I don't know why I just went super white with my white voice already.
I met Charles Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He works on Wall Street now. He's coming often.
Huh.
Got a picture with him.
Nice. Where is it? It's not on your wall. I thought it would have been like in with a
I need
family
something to
photo.
put my darts at.
Ah, nice.
Remember, he missed those fucking layups.
So that means you missed hanging him up on the wall then?
Pissed on him. My ass.
I'll piss on you.
We had a bunch of hooligans run through on one of the Yankee parades.
Nice.
It was awesome. That job was fucking
The bare necessities.
Well, you can tell that he's black because even when he scratches his back, he's got rhythm.
Wow.
Wait, didn't you just see my running man?
Yeah, but that had more rhythm than the running man.
That's how they do it.
Ba-ding!
Oh.
Okay, his rhythm went away.
Get back to being part white.
Yeah.
Caucasian.
I couldn't feel the rhythm in the night. I could not.
I can feel it.
You're welcome. All right. So, did you want to talk about fantasy sports? You want to talk about some basketball?
Some better than Cisco?
You want to talk about some more bread?
I'm always down for bread.
Food related.
I'm always down for this nude. Those ribs I made were pretty darn good.
Gonna be nude? That's all I got was nude.
I'm okay with being nude too.
All right. All right. Well, the name of the episode is Stranger Danger, so
I did start taking my buttons off earlier.
Sweet. We noticed.
I'll take them off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa.
whip these bitches off.
Hi.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Which is
whoa,
a kind of expensive shirt.
Break away, but it's okay.
Broken out, bitches. Listen, I'm the type of totally off fucking track again. I'm the type of person that goes on a shopping spree for new work clothes and then go on a diet immediately. Immediately after. I'm talking to Aaron about that. So, yeah, I just went and fucking spent, I don't know, $500. Just that's not what I spent, but random number. Yeah. And the next week I'm like, I think I'm gonna go back on my diet.
After you just did all that.
I was like, what the fuck am I? Oh God, I'm an idiot. Because literally, like my clothes had just dwindled to almost nothing. I don't do shit, so I stopped buying clothes. And all I had was my sweatpants and work pants. Couldn't wear those to work. I thought that was funny.
All right, so let's talk about fantasy football, shall we?
Well, I'm fucking amazing in almost all of my leagues.
I'm going to lose to Jason this week.
I'm in the playoffs in
All because I didn't go with my gut and put Gallup in over Cooper.
Gallup had a good game.
How did you not start Gallup anyway, though?
Well, because
In your flex spot.
I was saving him for injury.
And that's what you get for saving him, dumbass.
Yeah, but two wide receivers on the same team sometimes is a dangerous game to play. I said sometimes. Because it is. It honestly is.
And I had Marquis Brown in my flex spot.
Then you don't draft him.
I didn't draft him.
He didn't. He picked him up on the wire.
Who, Michael Gallup?
I picked him up on the wire.
Then you don't put him on your team.
I had to.
Then you should have started him. I got no sympathy for him.
I hope I can beat Brandon because I'm only 9 points behind him.
Listen, I'm whipping Aaron's ass, and I don't even have a tight end playing this week.
I still have my kicker and Keenan Allen to go, and I'm down by 9 points.
Yeah, Jason's got Butker and Austin Eckler going against me.
Yeah, I got Austin Eckler in our big money league.
Let's say we already won because the guy can't.
I'm already not.
Actually, we're not going to get the big money this week. You are, or someone else is.
It's the third place team is projected.
Yeah.
We've got it 3 times right now.
Yeah, we have. And we missed out by 1 point.
I haven't gotten it
3
once.
other times.
I've been projected to have the highest score 6 weeks out of the 10 weeks.
We've beaten our projection every week but one, and that 1 week we didn't even come close.
Listen,
We got like 60
this is week
points.
11. 6 out of 11 weeks I've been projected to have the highest score. I have yet to do it. But
You're welcome. 3 of those weeks was us.
don't matter. I'm 8-2.
Yeah, I don't know how we have scored basically the most amount of points in that league by only a couple points. We're behind, and we're 500.
I'm 9-2 after this week.
It just sucks how bad that is to score the most amount of points basically, and it's like what the fuck. Although to be fair, 3 of our losses, we scored the second highest amount of points
against that team
in the league that week, but the people who won it were the ones that did. 3 of those weeks.
I'm loving this season. I'm praying. Because I made great picks this year.
I was happy that Jimmy G got me 55 points in our league.
You guys are 100, exactly 100 points ahead of me.
Yeah, and that's a lot in that league. Because usually people get about 110 to 120 on a decent week in that league.
You guys are the second highest scoring team?
Yeah,
And the next highest scoring team is 6-4.
Yeah, and we're not too far behind them.
Listen, I've already fucking made the playoffs, so I don't care.
Hey, we just needed another win to go above 500, and that's what we needed in that league. But let's talk about our league here. So in our league, for anybody who pays attention, we called it the chicken coop because of Josh winning. Let me get to it. It's going slow. There we go.
You're going slow.
Slow.
So
Yeah, you are.
So I've already clinched. Oh no, I'm just the division leader. Brandon's the one is the only one who's technically clinched a playoff spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you have me at 7-3, CD at 6-4. Yes, we Kenneth at 6-4, and Forte and Ditka was Adam at 6-4 as well. Then Bill 5-5. And then you got Aaron's 4-6.
I was 5-2 at one point.
Josh is 3-7, and then tied for last is Jason and Jason at 2-8.
Listen, this is my worst record, but not my worst position.
Yeah.
I'm 7-3 in one of the other leagues, but it's
So top heavy?
9-1, 9-1, 8-2, something like that. But the bottom it's one team is 0-10 and 2 teams are 1-9 or something like that.
I see you picked up a Fairbairn who I dropped.
And shit, and I'm going to drop him.
Yeah.
He got me negative points. I think I'm not
you know how you and I are kind of the same way.
negative 2.
You know how you and I are kind of the same way. You pick up a kicker, and then you just pray that kicker does well for you. You get a kicker during the bye week. You decide which one you want to drop.
Well, I had Jason Myers all season. It's just he was on bye. And
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I dropped Fairbairn. And I'm like, fuck, he's on a bye. I needed a quarterback in a pinch. And it was like, yeah. And last week I actually thought I was going to beat you. But I had to freaking put like Hoyer and shit in there, and it was like,
win last week?
Yeah, you barely beat me. You beat me because of the Monday night game going to overtime.
Oh yeah,
the Monday night game going to overtime. You beat me.
Overtime. Brad and I were sitting at the bar, 9. Oh boy. Well, make this field goal. And then the Niners missed it. It was like, oh shit, Red. You're going to lose now.
Yep.
Russ gets the ball back.
Oh, here's Brandon has a question. Okay, you go ahead. You say it.
Question. What's the odds Tua stays another year since he missed so much time this year?
What are the odds? I believe is what that meant.
Yeah. No, he corrected me the other day, so fuck him.
Did you see my wow right afterwards? All right, I'll let you go first. If he stays another year,
he's going.
I think he's going to go too.
He gone.
I think it only hurts him if he stays another year.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Hield was just fined $25,000.
What'd he do?
Kicked the ball in the stands yesterday.
I think it only hurts him if he stays another year, so I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think if he comes back into Matt Leinart situation, where his draft stock only drops. He's a perennial top.
Leinart didn't drop to what? He only dropped to 7.
Matt Leinart?
Yeah.
No, he dropped.
I thought he was. Oh no, he was 17 or 27.
Yeah, he dropped.
But still, he was still
like the year before they were talking about him as
number one. Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I don't think he would drop as far.
Yeah. I think he won't be number 1 or number 2.
If he comes out this year, he's one of the top 3 getting drafted.
You mean 1, 2, or 3 total, or it's quarterback? No, that's what I meant. If he came out, if he didn't get hurt, it would have been. I think it would have been Justin Herbert or Herbert, however you pronounce his last name, and then him. Because I still think
I got him as my 4th best quarterback.
I think just because of how they're talking about him and how pro scouts are like drooling and getting boners, I think that it'll.
I hate pro scouts.
But I
go to Bill for my pro scouts tips.
Actually, he's typing something right now.
That's right.
I'm waiting.
But we were talking about this yesterday.
He stopped typing.
So question. I got from.
We called him out. So
I think from.
Yeah, God, yeah.
I like
Hebert.
I like Joe Money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like Hebert.
Oh yeah, I'm big on him.
But I think Tua. I don't see it with him.
So now who gets drafted first? Jalen Hurts or him?
Tua? Hurts gets. Tua.
Okay.
Better pocket passer.
Okay, but just because of look at Lamar and look how
Lamar's more dynamic than
Hurts. But they're now giving that's the comparison they're giving him now.
Yeah. I think Hurts might throw it a little bit better, but Lamar Jackson's he's one of those once in a generation type talents.
He's about ready to. He's going to be that super rare. Over 30 to 3,200 yard passing, over 1,000 yard rushing.
He said he's on projection to get 12 and change.
Yeah, I mean, even if he drops a little bit,
a fucking quarterback.
Yeah,
there's running backs that won't hit 1,200.
Yeah, and that's my point. You're basically drafting a quarterback and getting a bonus running back if you do fantasy.
Williams said, "I definitely think it's possible for him to go back to Alabama, though it would be kind of interesting with his younger brother most likely the next man up."
It's true.
Makes sense.
That does make sense. That would be interesting. Brandon, if you're listening, what's your take on that? What do you think about the question you asked? What's your answer? I got us. Hi.
Sorry, I can't take home right now.
How you doing? Sorry, we're saying hi to the dog.
We're getting Bella Snuggles.
Yes, we are. Oh,
nope, not
get
that
a squeaky
one,
toy. Squeaky
not
toy.
No, not this one.
Oh, look at what, you didn't throw it. You didn't throw it.
Toy. Dad.
Where'd it go?
Dad.
That's my dog. Stay right here with me, Bells. Not the squeaky one, Bells.
There, I typed in, what do you think, Brandon, instead.
Hey, no more. Let's go back to fantasy.
What do you think, Brandon?
Fantasy football MVP this season.
Jason said that he thinks that he will. Wait, fantasy? Ow.
I don't even believe.
Fantasy football MVP? My most points for fantasy football quarterback?
Valuable fantasy player.
Honestly, we just said him. Lamar. You're going to get a guy who's going to throw over 3,200 yards, which is the bare minimum that they would like at a quarterback.
He's not quarterback period, though.
No, but you also get the bonus over 1,000 yards rushing. So for fantasy wise, those are extra points because you think about it, 1,000 yards passing is not even close to 1,000 yards rushing, and that's why I'm saying it's him, just because of that.
Dak's been balling out.
I was gonna say Russell's having a better year than him though.
Not right now.
Dak's second most in passing yards in the league.
Dak's is number one rated. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Here, I can go to our league.
I'm right here. Russell Wilson is, of course.
Yeah, that's what happens every time I get on the freaking app, dude.
Russell Wilson's number 3 right now. Oh, fuck James Winston.
I got him.
And Dak is numero uno.
Yeah, he is. In our league, he's number 1.
Oh, he's number 1 Yahoo.
Is he?
I can tell you NFL.com too.
I know for the longest time, because that was our one debate in our league. That was the only thing we disagreed on was Russell or Dak. He wanted Dak, I wanted Russell.
Not wrong. I got both of them in one league.
I was gonna say the money league. I was like on Dak this year.
Actually, I got them in our league. I got both of them in our league.
I was like,
with Drew Brees.
Yeah, who Jason dropped like an idiot.
Love you, Jay.
You're an idiot, Jay.
Why would you do that?
Because he was hurt.
I know.
Yeah, but
why would you do that? You know he's coming back.
Because he was hurt.
But he's coming back.
I got 444 and 3 touchdowns yesterday from Dak.
I know.
So.
Yeah, I was happy with my Jimmy G.
Hey, I watched the game. I was rooting for Dak the whole way.
Not as much as I was.
No, more than you were.
No, because I got him in our big money league.
It don't matter. I'm a Cowboys fan, dude. I'm rooting for Dak the whole way.
I'm a money fan.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
My money fandom is over your Cowboy fan. Trust me.
I was a fan of the Cowboys before I even knew what money was.
Listen, I'm drafted Red Sox. Diehard Yankee fan. Money fan, more important. I drafted Mookie Betts. I've drafted David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez.
But this is football.
I've drafted listen, I just told you I got fucking Dak Prescott. Listen, my number 1 wide receiver, my quarterback are Cowboys.
That's how you do it. Smart man.
Listen. If they win me that money, I don't give a fuck.
Don't you have me?
I'm not going to say Chicago Bears should be on that list, though. I'm just going to.
I don't have a Giant.
I'm going to throw that out there.
I don't have one Giant on.
Push that out.
Nope. I got Golden Tate on 2 teams.
I was going to say you got Golden Tate on Earth.
And 10 teams. I got Golden Tate.
Jeff Teague.
I got Golden Tate on 2 teams. I got Evan Ingram on 1. That's it.
Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague.
Just sounded like you were going to say, so that's why I had to do it.
These nuts.
Jeff Teague.
All right, fuck that.
All right, back to fantasy again.
Stop getting away from
you afford to.
Oh, the fuck are you talking about?
All right, it's not really fantasy related, but did you see that only 45 more yards separates Frank Gore from Barry Sanders?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's actually played a lot more. Because remember, we talked about at the beginning of the year, could Frank Gore pass him? And we're like, oh, there's a chance, but he's buried in the depth chart type deal.
Picked him up in so many different leagues.
Didn't have him, had him.
Getting back, what do you guys think about Jarvis Landry being on the getting dropped?
Wait, Jarvis Landry was dropped in our league?
In our league, in the big money league.
Oh, and I didn't even notice that.
Oh, I did. We claimed him.
Did you?
Boom, bitches.
Didn't even.
I just happened. I was looking just because I was.
I don't have time to keep looking at the waiver wire. I think we've done 2 moves in that league all year.
I was looking.
We had to cover our buy.
Yeah, that was it. That was legitly it.
I'll tell you,
I think we drafted well though.
Yeah, and those were our defense and a kicker.
20. Somebody made 52 moves.
We've made 2.
I made 10.
Still 2.
We drafted well.
So did I, but.
Come on, I got.
When Jarvis Landry is just sitting out there.
Well, that's the thing is, we got D-Hop and Julio.
When Jarvis Landry is just sitting out there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
I dropped Robbie fucking Anderson to pick him up.
Don't blame him.
I got 12 points from him in my flex.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pick him up. And I was number 1 on the waiver wire for once because I hadn't made no move. I hadn't made no waiver claim. All my stuff was like a plug and play. Like I need somebody for this week.
We're still number 5 on the waiver, but we've made 2 fucking moves.
We're too damn good. No.
I'm number 8. Listen, I saw him. I picked him up quickly, and I'm starting him next week.
Nice. And we're starting next week, Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
I'm starting Dak Prescott.
Although, come on, even though Matty Ice still got us 20.5 points, that's still not terrible.
Yeah, indeed.
Our worst player was Kenny Galladay. He had 1 catch for 34 yards.
I know. It was the bomb.
Yep.
I watched the game because he was playing Cowboys.
I watched the game too because I was watching, and every time Dak threw it, and I got a little.
I was getting a little pissed though because Because
Hey, I was honestly happy that the one I chose, because I have to makeshift my second quarterback. Jeff Driscoll got me 32.9 in our league.
Does that want an Eagles jersey?
my son likes the Eagles.
It's Nande Asamoah.
I love Namne Asamoah.
My son's an Eagles fan. His birthday was actually last week.
Happy birthday.
From CD, there you go.
That's the fucking price tag is still on it.
Thanks.
I found it in the closet. I was looking for my hat and gloves. Like, why the fuck? How did I forget I had this?
Brandon and Bill have been chit-chatting back and forth about this on our thing. Yeah. Bill said the injury could make him land at a place like the Chargers, Steelers, or Pats, and that wouldn't be terrible for him. Yeah. I don't think the Patriots would take him. That's not their system.
It's going to be a team that's going to have to let him sit, obviously, because of recovery, but...
Well, if Pittsburgh then would be fine because Roethlisberger said he's not retiring.
They're not going to take him out. I think they won't waste the capital on it.
I was going to say, because somebody's going to end up reaching for him.
I'm trying to
You have to use a first-round pick on him, paying a first-round
I can see
draft pick.
Chicago taking him.
Chicago was talking about, and actually Bomani said today that he's caught wind that Cam Newton could go to no. Well, Chicago was one of them, but he said that the perfect fit for him, from what he's heard and what he wouldn't mind for the system, Tampa.
Yeah, the offensive line's not good enough.
No, but
it's not happening. That's happening in
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina's got a better run game. Just support him.
The big money league is the only league I got Christian McCaffrey. I am so happy.
Well, when you have the number 1 or number 2 pick, that's hopefully you can get him.
I think I took him 3.
Yeah.
Was he? He was 3rd?
I can tell you right now.
I'm gonna say.
I think he was.
Was he? Hey, I still think we did fine with our draft.
Yeah, I took him 3.
I got solid running backs.
Barkley and Kamara.
I'm still happy with my team that in our league, the Belt League. I'm happy with my team, except for minus the fact that my original quarterback I had to drop, and then injured. I can't remember who it is now. No, Stafford's still on my team.
He's out 6 weeks.
Yeah, but then
you had Dalton.
Oh yeah, I had Andy Dalton.
Red Rocket.
He was my 3rd quarterback initially, and then I had Stafford. Jimmy G was my 3rd. No, Jimmy G was my number 2. Dalton was my 3rd. I dropped him, and I picked up Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
And then Mason Rudolph got hurt, and then I had bye week shit, so I dropped him, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll ride with these two because Stafford hasn't gotten hurt in forever.
I got a really good quarterback, and then a quarterback that every week my really good quarterback has to carry.
That's hilarious. I'm one of the people that hate drafting quarterbacks. I got the best set of quarterbacks in the league.
At least I could have the best set of quarterbacks, because there's weeks where Jameis actually goes, I don't remember how to play this game.
Listen.
That was a football.
Yeah, but you have Dak and Russell, number 1 and 3.
Yeah.
With Drew Brees on the bench, and I don't know.
The Drew Brees on the bench is all because of one motherfucker.
Listen, I want to hear.
We're not mentioning any names, but Jason.
I offered Drew Brees to almost everybody in the league in a trade. Nobody wanted it.
You never offered me Drew Brees.
Because you never trade with me.
Well, it's because you usually want too much for trades. I don't.
You mean I want to win a trade?
I want to win the trade.
I'm sure you.
But everyone you've ever offered me, it's like not even close.
That's not true.
Yes, it really is.
That's not true.
Like, actually, in that money league, some of the offers that we've gotten, I literally want to go, are you fucking stupid? Because it's like people have offered, like, let me just go to my team so I can kind of get an idea.
With DFL?
What's that?
DFL?
Yeah. Like, people wanted to take, like, one person literally wanted to offer us, all it was I think it was Ezekiel Elliott. That's all they were going to give us. And we were going to give up D-Hop, Jacobs, and Ingram.
You know what it is? They see someone they think is new. Because the beginning of the season, I offered up 3 different people for one for Barkley, one for Kamara, and one for.
Actually, you sent us a trade for Kamara.
Was it you guys?
Yeah, you sent us one, and
you got Kamara?
No. Oh no, somebody tried to give us Kamara.
Yeah, I offered.
Somebody wanted to give us Kamara, but they wanted Russell Wilson. I think they wanted Russell Wilson, and then they wanted Julio and one other player. And I'm like, that's too much.
I almost traded for Kamara in our league, the chicken coop.
I know.
Josh offered me him from Michael Thomas and somebody else. It was Kamara and somebody else from Michael Thomas or somebody.
I think you were giving up David.
No, that was the counter.
Oh.
Because I saw if you give me Kamara, I wanted somebody else, or he shot back David Johnson. Which now, come to think about it, I should have taken it. But I was so close to taking it. I'm happy I didn't.
I was honestly glad I got Kenyon Drake because he's turned into the number 1 out there.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. I benched David Johnson yesterday. He's my second round pick.
Yeah, at the last second, I put him in instead of because when I got the report that David Johnson was now the number 2, I'm like, yep. Because remember, I said last week, I'm like, it's Mixon and Drake. I go, I don't know. I might go with Mixon because Mixon's the number 1 clear cut. And then when all of a sudden I got that message, like when I woke up, I got home, fell asleep again. Fucking, that extra hour kills me.
Sure.
And I literally, I relax, and next thing I know, it's.
Yeah, no,
I was on the couch and I was like,
sorry, Brennan was messing with his camcorder and doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I was on the couch.
He goes out and buys a camcorder and he's like, dude, I don't know how to make it work.
I was literally on the couch. I was on the couch. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make it. I put my head down for a second. Next thing I know, it's 10:30. So I'm like, well, ain't going now.
My alarm went off.
Ain't going now.
I woke up because I used my Alexa. Told her to stop. And rolled over. Aaron came out here like 10, 15 minutes later. Don't you guys ever go for? I was like, oh yeah, fuck. And I still ended up being almost late. What were you saying?
It was an interesting week at Flag.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Why? What happened there?
2 weeks.
Why? What happened?
Well, there was a.
We can talk off here.
There was fights.
There was a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle?
Yes.
2 of them.
I know.
Like what? Like between like what?
Kerfuffle. We'll get into details later. It's not good PR.
Oh, okay. It could be good PR. You never know.
WWE.
Fuck yeah. Suplexes, power slams, stutters.
Oh, no, it was a hardcore match, dude. We had
barbed wire chair.
All right, get back. Fuck that for fantasy, cuz.
Fuck your fantasy.
I'm just.
I was going to say, we got to do basketball, too, still. Because we got to talk about Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, yep, that was one thing I wanted to talk about.
I just looked up at the clock and saw it's fucking 8 o'clock already.
Yeah. Well, we started at 6:35, 6:30, yeah.
Pin touch it.
We got to talk about Carmelo Anthony.
All right, so I know you're a big Carmelo guy.
Love Melo.
So, your thoughts? Him going to the Blaze?
Took too long to get him to the league.
What's that?
Dame has been
instrumental in getting him. Yeah, I know.
Just not on his team is what he said. Remember, he said initially, just not on my team. He should be in the league, just not on.
No, Dave's been saying it for 2 years.
But the first interview that he did, he said he didn't want him on his team because it wasn't a fit at the time.
He said he didn't want him because it seemed like Melo didn't want to come play there.
Yeah.
When Melo was a free, when Melo signed in
Houston? Or no?
OKC.
Okay.
He went to OKC. Dame was recruiting him then. He just said, I've been recruiting him, so I don't think he fits this team, this mentality or something like that.
Yeah,
Dame's wanted him.
But that's what I remember. He said something about it not a fit. Yeah.
If he doesn't want to come here, we don't want him here.
Okay.
But he's been recruiting him for 2 years, 3 years. It works.
Sorry.
Depending on what Melo you get. Are you going to get Melo that's willing to come off the bench and give you 16, 18 minutes?
He says he is. And
he said I'd do that when he went to Houston, too.
You and I think, are on the same thing because I posted it on Twitter, and then I saw you post it in the chat, that if he's a 10 to 17 minute guy and he's willing to do that and occasionally get a start, then we're fine.
I think Melo's mentality is he's like, I'm better than the guy playing in front of me.
And I think this was a wake-up call
for him.
He
is better than the guy
but that's
offensively.
And that's where his mind goes. He's like, I'm better than him. I belong in this spot.
Melo's still a top 50 player in the NBA. I'll argue it.
And I think that's the problem with him saying he can do it and then doing it is another thing.
Him not having a job was a travesty.
It was.
Because right now, I still think he's a top 50 player in the NBA. I don't know if you can name 50 players better.
50 players better.
I mean, I don't really want to go through a list right now on the show.
All right, if you get towards the middle or the back of that list, so you got people like Lonzo Ball.
I'm not even taking Lonzo Ball over
I'm taking
him.
my little Lonzo.
You know my opinion on him. I actually think he's overrated.
I love Lonzo.
Yeah, but we've had this discussion.
I'm taking Melo over Evan Turner.
I would take Melo over Evan Turner too. But Evan Turner's rounded into a better player than what?
Throwing names out there.
No, he is rounded into a much better player.
Harris.
I'm taking Tobias Harris.
I was gonna say I'd take Tobias Harris too.
Tobias Harris is a legit
I know. I'm
top 30.
Again, I'm throwing names out there.
I would have said top 40 at least for
I'll throw that
Tobias.
name back at you.
Okay. You're welcome. Tristan Thompson.
That's a toss-up.
Pascal Siakam.
Pascal's a top 15, 20 player.
Pascal in the last 2 years has went what?
He went from fringe starter
To superstar.
to I wouldn't give him a superstar
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
Fringe superstar.
Okay. Total wise, he's putting up superstar numbers. He is. When you're in the mid 20s and you're double-doubling
No,
it.
he went from friend to friend with benefits. He's not quite at the relationship status.
Okay.
Because I never thought Kevin Love was a superstar, and he was putting up 24 and 17.
All right, so there's somebody. Kevin
24
Love.
and 14.
Kevin Love or Carmelo?
Love.
Okay.
Kevin Love's still giving you 22 and 12.
Okay. What about Andre Drummond?
No, Andre Drummond's a top 25 player.
I'm just saying because we've listed a bunch of players and a lot of them you've taken.
Al Horford.
Al Horford's defense.
And that's a toss-up for me just because of Horford's
Presence?
He's a little older in the
Yeah.
two, but I'm probably still going to take Horford.
I'm just
I
going
think he's in that. If he's one of your top two, if Melo's one of your top two players, you're fucked.
Mike Conley.
Mike Conley. He's one of the most underrated players in the last 25 years. But Ricky Rubio. I think he's in that group. Ricky Rubio.
What, you're talking about Melo in that?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, no.
Rubio.
I was because I didn't know who you're. I
Jeff
zoned
Teague.
for a second.
Ricky Rubio. Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague's improving still.
Let's go. Say a KCP.
Bella, what you want?
Come
Come here, Bella. Come here.
Joe Harris. Danny Green.
John Monroe.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Like he's in that.
Joe Engels. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Chris Middleton.
No,
Chris Middleton's better.
He's heads in.
I thought Joe Engels was a good.
Like, he's in that range.
Because Joe Engels plays a little bit of defense. Sometimes he'll score a lot. Sometimes he won't. Like because I've had him in fantasy before, and he'll put up 23 one day and then
7 the next.
yeah. Fuck that odds.
I
What?
think she's gonna go out.
What, do you gotta go potty?
I think she's attacking racism.
It's like me to this now.
Tackling racism is how you say.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But
Wait.
I think he's still a top 25 scorer, but he's not a top 25 player anymore.
Excuse me.
Good one.
It was a good hiccup / belch. Are you still have your cough? Nice. Can't shake that shit.
No.
Can't shake that shit.
Shake it up.
Oh, see, told you stop.
Yep. It's not white boy shit.
Oh, Milwaukee is bringing back the ball and glove
I
logo.
literally just saw
I
that.
just saw it. I was like, ooh. I like it. I'm a big fan of that.
Like it, love it, want more of it.
I love classic type unis.
I can't wait to go see that Montreal game. I mean, the spring training game this year. Next
The
year.
Expos? They're coming back?
Could. It'll be the Tampa Bay Rays, but they
No, I'm going to a spring training game in March.
you posted it, yeah. I'd love to go. There's a guy I work with. He's an X-ray tech, diehard Yankee fan. Like he every day he's like, especially when playoffs are coming up, he goes, our boys gonna go against each other in the series, right? I go, I hope so, man. He goes, I hope so too. He goes, because we're making a giant bet if that happens. I'm like, deal. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Bella, it's empty, girl.
Is there flavor in the metal?
Yeah, there's crystals in there, flavor crystals. All right. So, anything else you wanted to talk about? Wait. We didn't really get into Melo thing. We all of a sudden started comparing him to other players.
No, because the question was, is he going to be a good fit for?
Like I said, if he's willing to do 10 to 17 minutes,
That's July range, too. 10 to 17.
well,
Yeah.
because a starter one day will get 30, the next day will get 20. I mean, yeah.
No, you also got to see if Melo's on a streak,
Yeah.
you're not going to pull him out early.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. I think you have to. I think he's going to have to play in 3-minute bursts.
And that's why I'm saying 10 to 17 because
if you play him longer than that, he might score you 12, but he'll give up 14.
wow, they're
He'll
getting
give up-
louder.
He'll give up 8. So his net rating will be a +4.
Your
But you put him
tutors
in
are
3-minute bursts,
You know whose net rating has sucked this year? RJ goddamn Barrett.
Still the Knicks suck.
I know.
RJ Barrett has played a lot better than I thought he was going to play.
He has been poo-pooing on him all the time.
He's
Dude, I keep checking his stats and I'm like, dude's 4-14.
I'm claiming it's only because of where he went to school.
1-13.
well,
It's not just because he's a dookie.
But
He's playing for my team now. I don't give a shit.
yeah, but he did just say
player.
just because.
I
So
agree.
that means that there is a reason.
I think he.
I agree.
I think he's fourth best rookie right now. Third best rookie right now.
Who you got above him?
Ja Morant's the best rookie in the league right now. And I said, listen, I want the Knicks to fucking draft him over Zion. If the Knicks got the first pick, I wanted them to take Ja Morant. I love that kid's game. He is going to be a star. I don't know if he's going to ascend to superstar level. He is going to be a star. And then the kid from that college out in Carolina, oh my God, what's his name? He plays for that team and he shot those threes. He's got the crazy hair.
I don't know.
Pretty white. Yeah, I think that's.
I'm just spitballing here. I have an idea.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's playing really well to start the season.
All right, so coming into today, who do you think has played the most minutes in the NBA?
LeBron James.
Me.
Okay, you are both incorrect.
LeBron James.
You are
No.
incorrect.
No, hold on. It has been. I got it.
Yeah, okay.
Luka.
Did he live on the second floor?
Doncic.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Who is it?
Dame.
$10?
Dame has played.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Dame's the only one over 500 minutes played right now. The only one. After that, it's C.J. McCollum.
Oh, his teammate?
Yep. James Harden is third.
Ain't got nobody else.
Fred Van Fleet is fourth. PJ Tucker is fifth. Andre Drummond and LeBron James are tied for sixth. With
PJ Tucker?
Yep. Tobias Harris is eighth. RJ Barrett and Pascal Siakam tied for ninth.
I was going to say, I already have one for next.
PJ Tucker. Wow, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that coming either. Did you know that RJ Barrett has played that many minutes?
I haven't watched. I've watched one Knick game. I don't get MSG.
I check the box score on my phone because I get the updates.
He checks his box.
And I wait till the game's over, check the box score, see how many minutes. He's always putting in 40-plus minutes.
He ain't got nobody else to play. It's him and Julius Randle. So Mitchell Rob's back now.
I was going to say the concussion there, he was out for a little bit. I still like Knox. I just, he needs to develop a little more.
Agreed.
So
I love that pick last year.
So this is an odd topic or an odd stat. James Harden is 71 free throws made ahead of the next closest person. This early in the season.
I'm surprised it's that close.
He has 170. Dame is second with 99.
They should make it a new award for him at the end of the year. Best summer!
Honestly, I'm surprised it's that close.
So here's one that I think is going to be a tough trivia question. I'm gonna make it a blanket one, so that way if you have a chance to get a bunch of the answers. The top 10 offensive rebounder so far this season.
Andre Drummond.
He is number one.
I know. I was going to say that's kind of a no-brainer.
That's the easiest one you can ask.
But I was doing it because I also the crazy one. Like there's names in here that I was like, oh really?
Let's go with
Because one I forgot about.
DeAndre Jordan.
Not on the top 10.
Mitchell Robinson.
Not on
He
there.
hasn't played enough.
Not on there.
He's an offensive rebounder.
Stops?
Not on there.
Oh.
He
Luka.
hasn't played enough. No, not him either.
LeBron.
Nope.
AD.
Nope.
Hold on.
Pascal Siakam.
Nope.
Kawhi Leonard.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, he's on there.
Proby! Joel McGee.
Nope. Not him either.
Dwight Howard.
Nope. Jesus, really?
There's no names out there.
I
Al
can
Horford.
no. I can tell you guys are just throwing names out there, seeing which ones are sticking.
Enos Cancer.
No, Anus is not on there. He hasn't played enough.
I know. I'm trying to figure. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No.
I'm trying to think of rebounders. Fuck it, I know.
All right, here we go.
Tim Duncan.
Yes. No. I'll go from number 10. Number 10 is Rudy Gobert.
No, forget about that.
Number 9 is Amari Spellman.
Who?
Amari Spellman.
Who?
Amari Spellman.
Mike Jones.
Number 8. Number 8 is Julius Randle.
Fucking I didn't know that.
Yeah, the other Nick.
Number 7. Number 7. Vucevic. I'm pointing this direction.
I drafted him. Just for you, I took him in the second round. I'm not even lying. I'll show you it right now.
Number 6 is Sabonis.
Oh, DeMonte.
Yep. Number 5, Cody Zeller. Number 4, Wendell Carter.
What about can't think of anything.
Number 3 is Hassan Whiteside. I forgot he was in Portland. I forgot they actually added him as a big man. And Tristan Thompson is 2.
How did I miss Tristan?
Well, because I think of Tristan Thompson as somebody who doesn't play all the time, but he's missed, I think, 1 game this year, and that's it.
And he played like
he's been playing.
He's their number 1 option, pretty much.
He's been putting up 20-20 a few times.
Yeah, I might be a little too much gravy, brother.
Gravy.
Well, Bella's like, I ain't no thing.
Well, we make our own stock for her.
D Ford most likely to miss a couple of weeks for the 49ers. It's kind of a loss for them right there. That's one of their better. That's their other D end.
I think he'll be okay. I mean, for the most part.
All right, so who leads the league in steals? Like actual number of steals?
Kawhi.
No.
LeBron.
No. Kawhi is tied for 8th with 19, though, to be honest.
Kyrie.
Kyrie is no.
Dan Lillard.
No.
Trae Young.
Wait, you both just said stuff at the same time.
Trae Young.
Trae Young is also with 19, tied for 8th. And who did you say?
You said CJ McCollum.
Not on the list.
Luka Doncic.
Not on the list.
Fuck you.
On the list.
Come on.
Not on the list.
Joe Harris.
Not on the list.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Wait, you said no. Who did you say?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
No. No.
You know what? Let me go on my shit and I can look at my team and see who I got.
Hold on.
You should be proud of me. I only got 2 basketball teams this year.
I ended up with 0.
Buddy Hield.
No.
Bogdan Bogdanovic.
No.
Goran Dragic.
No.
You know what?
James Harden.
Yes. He's 5th. Tied for 5th. Yeah, you guys got one.
Yeah, we can have to wait.
Yeah, you got 2 in the 8. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
Pascal Siakam.
De'Aaron Fox.
See, these guys are all chit-chatting on the thing, but not listening to us.
Pascal Siakam.
Not on the list. Who did you
De'Aaron
say?
Fox.
Not on the list.
Marcus Smart.
Not on the list.
RJ Barrett.
Are you just going through your team?
Yes.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Wait.
I'm not going through my team.
Russell Westbrook, no. Who'd you say?
RJ Barrett.
I mean, Russell Westbrook, yes. RJ Barrett, no. I got you backwards.
Andre Drummond.
Andre Drummond, yes. He is tied with James Harden.
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe, no.
Drew Holiday.
Yes.
PJ Tucker.
No.
Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Dame Dollar.
Jimmy Butler is 2nd.
Dame Dollar.
DeMonte Murray.
No. No for you also, sorry.
Robert Covington.
No.
Mikal Bridges.
You guys are like naming everybody in the fucking league.
Except the right people, apparently.
I'm just going through the list. Chris Dunn is number 1.
Chris Dunn, he's still in the league?
He's got the most steals by 5, but ahead of Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons. Then it's Drew Holiday, Drummond, Harden. CP3 is 7th. Then you got Kendrick Nunn.
Out in
Miami. Then you have Trae Young, Russell Westbrook, Fred VanVleet, Tomas Satoranowski.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that guy. Frank Ntilikina, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Bam Adebayo, and DeAndre Bembry. Rounding out your listy
Bella,
pool.
slow down.
Breathe.
Holy smokes, girl.
Who leads the league in fouls? You only get 2 guesses on this one.
There's fucking 600 people in the NBA.
Andre Drummond.
2nd place.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
6th place.
Okay, so we each got one more guess.
I don't want to sit here for an hour.
I know. I'm not, well, you're going to sit here for an hour contemplating.
I'm assuming it's a big man.
That's what I'm assuming as well. That's why I said Drummond. And that's why.
His name was mentioned in one of the other categories.
Oh, fuck you.
Rudy Gobert.
Hassan Whiteside.
No and no.
No, that's two guesses.
It was Wendell Carter.
Oh, fuck would I have gotten that?
I was going to say, you get two guesses on that.
Wendell Carter was sitting there wouldn't know who the fuck he was.
Who leads the league in turnovers?
James Harden.
Correct.
I was going to say,
Got the ball in his hand.
Who's second?
Dame Lillard.
No, Dame Lillard is not even on this list.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook is tied for 9th.
CP3.
CP3. LeBron is tied for...
Jameis Winston.
You know what? That answer wins. That answer wins.
I think Billy just got the itis.
Trey Young is second.
I can see it.
All right, who has the best 3-point field goal percentage?
Joe Harris.
No. Joe Harris not even on the list, actually.
Danny Green.
Not on the list. I'm actually doing the whole top 20 with these to look at the list.
Maybe he doesn't shoot enough.
Maybe. He might not qualify.
Well, it's early in the season where pretty much everybody qualifies.
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard is not on this list.
Russ Westbrook.
Not on this list.
Trae Young.
Not on this list.
Paul George.
Not on this list.
Play the 8 days.
You got to remember. Remember, I said it's early in the season where everybody counts.
It's a big man that shot too. Fuck if I know.
Myers Leonard.
Was he 2 for 2?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to click on his name to see. Because it's making me really want to see.
No, he shoots a ton.
I know.
He is... Oh, no, he's actually averaging... He's averaging taking almost about 2 a game.
Oh, really?
He's 1.1 out of 1.8 a game.
That's what his game is, honestly.
Yeah. That's... Wow, I never... That's just crazy how... He is... I mean, he's taken only 21, but it's in 12 games he's played. He's taken 21. He's 13 to 21.
I'd be okay with that.
That's pretty good.
Nikolai Vucevic.
Vucevic.
The number 10th ranked player in fantasy right now. Dame Lillard's number 6.
All right. So do you guys want to keep going with that, or do you want to do the movies and get the hell out of here? So we can talk for a couple minutes, like we said.
I don't gotta go anywhere, so
Okay.
I'm literally home.
Okay. Oh no, I mean like. We said we were going to talk about a couple of things afterwards.
Get the fuck out of my house.
All right, see you. Click. Click. Whoa. Good Lord.
Wrong end.
Good Lord.
Sorry. The theme of today's show is...
Nice.
Bodily fluids.
Fluids of your body. All right, now we're going to do the movie section of the program. We have not done this in forever.
You guys do this shit because it's going to take 6 hours. I'm gonna pee.
No, it's only going to be the movies that are coming out. Oh, okay. You're talking about me reading this.
No, him taking a pee is going to take forever.
Oh, that's right. He's old enough now with prostate problems.
Not wrong. Back 15, 20 years ago when he was 19, 20.
Call back. All right, this is part of the show where we do the movies, where we read the movies that are coming out.
Hey, wait, so you can take a piss. I got to change your cakes.
Okay. Oh, we did it. We fit it in. And just in case you couldn't hear him, he said, "Got to sprinkle some crack on."
I get the smell reference.
Yes, we already had one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay though.
So this is a part of the show where we talk about the movies that are coming out this week, and we go through the top 10 and the list of everything that's been out and how many they've been in, blah blah blah. So we either when we read the list, we either say we're going to
we're gonna hear about Frozen here soon, CD.
This is true.
I want to see you Friday, Saturday. I'm going to go to movie Friday too.
So we're gonna either say yes.
I thought we were going to do something else Saturday.
No, we're going to Sarah.
Okay. Matinee.
So it's either going to be a yes or a variation of yes that we're going to watch in the theater. We'll watch it eventually, like on Redbox or blah blah blah, or some variation of. Anybody want to take this one?
Fuck you!
Okay. Wow, that's a no then.
Wow.
Either that or it was to me. I don't know which it was.
Well,
Oh,
okay. A ho no.
Yo, okay. First up.
Give it the festive spirit.
All right, here comes Movie Voice. First up is an animation, adventure, comedy, family, fantasy musical.
Frozen 2.
Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven leave to travel to an ancient autumn-bound forest of an enchanted land. They set out to find the origin of Elsa's power in order to save their kingdom. Starring Kristen Bell, Jonathan Groff, Idina Menzel, Evan Rachel Wood, which is shocking that she's in this movie, Frozen 2. They didn't even say Josh Gad, which is...
I'm going to see it.
Sven?
I'm going to see it Saturday.
Sven is exactly what Hitler had envisioned.
Wow. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like it.
Didn't see that coming today.
I don't see that either. Usually I'm the one that makes a Hitler reference. I do want to see that movie too.
I'm definitely going to see this.
I know eventually I will.
I have Disney Plus. When it gets there, I'll watch it.
Oh, I'm going to see it Saturday. We're going to...
He's going to the theater to watch it.
We've already... Apparently, we've already made this...
This is how I'm explaining this. I'll go and see it when it gets to my Disney Plus.
We've already...
I paid for that shit.
Listen, we don't
He's shit for that paid.
We don't support... I mean, we don't advertise. They don't pay us.
It don't matter. I still got it.
I ain't mad at you because I got it too. And I still got my Netflix.
So do I.
Apparently it's a full day thing. So that was already told us. It's a...
You guys are going to have to reenact the movie and everything
No,
too?
family date day.
Okay.
Movies, dinner, arcade. I mean, lunch, movie, arcade.
Nice.
Bam.
All right, next is a drama biography based on the true story of real-life friendship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Janad. Starring Tom Hanks, Matthew Rhys, Chris Cooper, and Susan Kellich-Watson. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
I do want to see this.
I'll eventually watch this, because Tom Hanks is really good.
I'm gonna watch
I love
it.
Tom Hanks.
Probably not. I don't want to say. Fuck it. I might
It
have
could
to
be
go.
a red box for me, but
I might have to go see because I told Aaron I'll take her out. We're gonna go have date night. So date night might consist of seeing a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But I'm probably gonna try and pick a movie because there's a couple things I want to see. Zombieland 2.
That was good.
watched it.
We watched it. It was good.
Fuck both of you.
Legally.
Yes,
On a cable box.
Completely
Legally.
legal.
Zombieland 2. I still haven't seen Joker.
We saw that too.
Yeah, we watched that as well.
Alright, show up.
Zombieland 2 was better than Joker.
Was it?
Personal opinion.
Yes.
Was Zombieland 2 better than Zombieland 1?
No.
Okay.
No, but Joker, I don't think lived up to the hype.
We actually, during a horror, I never said the Instagram because we actually posted on Instagram our review of it of Zombieland 2. Next is an action crime drama thriller. An embattled NYPD detective is thrust into a citywide manhunt for a pair of cop killers after uncovering a massive and unexpected conspiracy. Starring J.K. Simmons, Sierra Miller, Taylor Kinch, and some guy named Chadwick Boseman. 21 Bridges.
I will see this eventually on...
I like Chadwick Boseman as an actor.
Well, guess what? James Harden just went to the free throw line. I will see this eventually. I do like Boseman, but I'm not going to see it in the theater.
Holy fucking shit.
I was ignoring it. If you ignore their behavior, it stops.
I was literally going to say, really? I was going to say, have you met any of us?
I'm going to keep hammering it until it hits home.
There's going to be a lot of hammering.
So she said.
Not to me, anyway. I don't hear any of that. Anyway.
That's a no. I'm not
What was
watching
that?
it.
That's
My cough, man. I have to be able to shake this shit.
That's a SARS. West Nile disease or something.
Next is a drama history biography.
You know that black bread.
Black bread. A corporate defense attorney takes on an environmental lawsuit against a chemical company that exposes a lengthy history of pollution. Starring Anne Hathaway, Mark Ruffalo, Tim Robbins, William Jackson Harper, Dark Waters.
Fuck you.
That's a nice cast.
It ain't good enough for me to watch this
I was
shit.
just saying, the premise isn't. Yay! That's a movie for me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like... I love the cast, because I think Anne Hathaway's hot.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, she's a good actress, too. I don't want to just make it seem like that. Mark Ruffalo's a good actor. Tim Robbins is a really good actor.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big fan of the top 3 stars. Next is a documentary
Ooh, fancy.
The strange case of Mykolaiv Kardanovsky, once believed to be the wealthiest man in Russia, who rocketed to prosperity and prominence in the 90s, served a decade in prison and became an unlikely martyr for an anti-Putin movement. Starring
French fries and gravy and cheese curds?
Starring a bunch of Russian people who are in power. Citizen K.
He doesn't like French fries with gravy? Cheese curds? I don't like them.
I don't know. My God.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
There's something about
Yeah, it was that movie I was just reading.
Oh.
It's a no. It's a no from me.
It's a no.
It's a no from me.
I don't like Putin either.
And that's it. Everything else, there's a musical and another documentary that's limited release, so I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah, we don't like documentaries. Only documentaries I like to watch. Basketball games.
So here are the top...
Technically it's a documentary.
It's true. So here are the top 10 movies, which a lot of these we haven't talked about because the only one on here we talked about... Oh, there's two on the top 10.
Didn't we mention Zombieland just now?
That's not on the top 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Alan Joker.
That's on the top 10. And then the last week we did a show was the week that the number 9 movie was coming out. So in first place with $31.5 million in its first week out, Ford vs. Ferrari.
Oh, seriously?
That got $31 million. Ford vs. Ferrari.
Is it the cast?
I was about to say it's a great cast.
It is a great cast, but that movie, that Dark Waters movie, had a great cast too. But
no, you can't pay me to watch this movie.
What the fuck was Dark Waters? I don't remember what that was.
It was about Anne Hathaway, the Tim Robbins.
it's where a lawyer takes the case against a company that pollutes.
Yeah, so Greenpeace bull stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know why I forgot.
Yep. It was a forgettable movie. In second place, in its second week out, 34.9 total, 8.5 over the weekend. Midway. That's the war movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one is.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's the only reason I remember we had Veterans Day was coming up.
In first place, its first weekend out in third place, 8.4 million total. The new remake of Charlie's Angels.
I think.
Kristen Stewart was a surprise in that movie.
Adorable.
Totes adorbs.
Totes. Totes adorbs. In its second week out, 25.3 total, 8.3 over the weekend. The John Cena movie Playing with Fire.
I like to play with fire.
I'm ignoring you now because these things are stupid.
It's all the movies that were out. Second week out, 22.4 total, 6.5. What just happened? What just happened?
Did you see it?
Yeah, he fell on his face. Kind of reminded me of somebody.
Flashback!
I mean, it was wide open.
Fuck you guys. You guys suck. My wrist hurt just talking about it suddenly.
Don't blame me. It was you.
No, I think that's why he was chuckling.
No, I was chuckling at that because it was fucking funny. It wasn't that fucking well.
That's what I thought you were. Anyway, on to the next. And it's second.
the same thing when you fell.
And it's second week out. 22.4 total, 6.5 over the weekend. Last Christmas. That's a movie I do not want to see. Also,
I'll show you Last Christmas.
The next movie, I am super shocked. It has not made a lot of money. In its second week out, 24.9 million total, only 6 over the weekend. Dr. Sleep. I really want to watch this movie.
I think took too long.
Well, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
But I really want to see this movie, like, a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Like, if I had that box that Uncle Jack had, which I have to start looking at purchasing that. Although I'm not.
That legal box.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah.
Somebody we know owns.
Yeah, that thing with the other thing with the movies and all the sports.
And stuff.
Next!
We got this!
And its first week out.
If you ever need a cover up,
yes.
give us a call.
We got you. There's no rambling or anything going on. It's believable. Start to
providing alibis and get you arrested.
Providing lies and alibis since 2017. February 2017.
And we got street cred.
We do? You heard his job earlier, right? Okay.
They don't do that!
What job is this shit?
Who do you see?
It's true. There's picture proof of an ACD. There's picture proof. It's on our page. All right. It's first week out, 5.6 total. The Good Liar. In 8th place and its 7th week out, 322 million, 5.3 over the weekend. Joker. On its 5th week out, like I said, these are the two movies that the last time we talked about. 105 million total.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
He was just fucking the chair.
I guess so.
Nobody scored.
Now just throw it to Keenan Allen and I'm fine.
Keenan Allen got a previous pass.
Did he? Oh, I thought that was Hunter.
This was a nice little pass back there.
Anyway,
Wasn't a run.
its 5th week out, 105.7 total, 4.9 over the weekend. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. And then in 10th place, 3rd week out, 31.7 total, 4.6 over the weekend. Harriet.
I'll give you a Harry.
It.
No. Come on, play.
What
the fuck is wrong with you?
God, I think he does have SARS.
You got West Nile disease.
Oh, did they changed this?
Want me to lick your shit?
Sure.
Wow. Oh my God, it's been so long, they've completely changed how this looks. It's not the little box thing, it's like a whole freaking, like look how it's done now.
I never saw it before, so I'm not much help by looking at it now.
Oh my Lord. It takes so much longer to read the fucking website. Alright, anyway. Ford vs. Ferrari is in 3,528 theaters, Playing with Fires in 3,185, Midway's in 3,242, Charlie's Angels 3,452, Last Christmas 3,454, Dr. Sleep 3,855. That's in more theaters than all the other movies, but yet is not making that much money.
I think they waited a little bit too long to make it.
That's nuts. Wow. Anyway.
Because you got to think, the age of the people that watch The Shining are older than us.
Yeah. But no, it's true.
Are they really movie theater goers now?
No, not really. Unless they have a box, and they'll watch it legally on that.
No, they never do no crimes at you two fuckers.
What are you talking about?
Holy shit.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. I mean,
we're talking about watching TV and such, and sports and pay-per-views.
Exactly, you paying for it.
Because we also watched the pay-per-view while we were there that we ordered.
You guys ain't gonna be allowed back.
While we were in West Virginia, that we ordered it.
Yeah.
You guys aren't gonna be allowed back.
Joker's in 23:37. Speaking of things that we watched, The Good Liar's in 24:39. Maleficent's in 25.
Speaking of the Good Boys.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good movie. Good Boys is a great movie, by the way. Oh my God.
I wanted to see it.
We laughed so hard during that movie.
I can't wait.
We even watched it twice, basically.
Yeah. Because we were way over halfway through, and my aunt wanted to watch it because we were all chuckling about it, so she wanted to watch it.
That's how I felt when I first saw what do you call that? The Seth Rogen one about food.
Pineapple Express?
No.
Oh.
The hot. Oh God. The grocery store.
Yes.
Oh, Sausage Party.
Yes.
Yes, that shit was hilarious.
My dad loved that movie.
That shit was hilarious. That's why.
Terminator Dark Fate is in 24:77. Jojo Rabbit's in 995. That's made only $13 million total.
Jojo Rabbit.
It's been out for a month now.
I want to watch it.
It's a Hitler-like movie. $70 million. It's in 1,407 theaters. Addams Family has made $94 million, 94.6 to be exact, and it's at 1,835 theaters. The movie Parasite's up to $14 million, which has been out for a while now. Remember, we saw it. We're going to try to watch it.
I heard good things about it. So.
A movie called Countdown is at 946.
It's just numbers counting down.
Yes. Black and Blue is in 558. Motherless Brooklyn's in 611. Motherless Brooklyn, with that great of a cast, has only made $8.8 million.
Hold on, I gotta finish this. The Countdown movie is just numbers counting backwards. Each number read by a different actor.
And then the final 4 minutes. Then the final 4 minutes is Europe's The Final Countdown.
It's the final countdown.
Oh, while people are counting over top of it.
Yeah. This is true.
I got no more.
Abominable is in 299 theaters, made 59.7. Downton Abbey, which is still, which it's almost made $100 million. is in 303 theaters. Arctic Dogs is in 356.
I'm going to see that.
A movie called Honey Boy is in 17 theaters. It's made $577,000.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, but
Is that?
That's low hanging fruit there.
Hustlers is still in 118.
I'm a hustler, baby.
That made it over 100.
200 now.
It Chapter 2 made $211 million, still in 132
Still haven't
theaters.
seen that either.
Lion King still rolling in 116 theaters, made $543
You can watch the
million.
cartoon version on Disney Plus.
You can. Rambo Last Blood is still in 84 theaters. It made $44.7 million. Ad Astra, which I think is on ESPN. Yeah, it's on Blu-ray. It's in 78 theaters. Still made just over $50 million. Toy Story 4 is which is just coming on DVD, is in 70 theaters, $433
You
million.
got a friend in me.
Peanut Butter Falcon still in 82. It's only made 20.3. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's down to 29 theaters. It's made $140 million.
Is it bad every time I hear Peanut Butter Falcon? I think of the scene in Benchwarmers
Nice.
where he's got the peanut butter sculptures and one of them the pterodactyl.
And the movie in the least amount of theaters, there's two of them, a movie called Gift and a movie called Before You Know It. They're both in 3 theaters. One, it made, I'm just going to go what it made over the weekend, $238, $214, and $122. That was Gift. And then Before You Know It made $94, $126, and $190 for the 3 days.
I feel like my countdown movie could make more than that in a weekend.
It might.
I'd go watch that.
So that is it for the show. Yeah, I don't know what to say right now.
So long, farewell, saying I do, you, and you.
Yeah.
Listen at Spreaker.com/show/NotACluePodcast.
You know.
That's the whitest shit you ever seen.
But anyway, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. This is Not a Clue Podcast. You can listen to us here at Spreaker.com/show/NotACluePodcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NotACluePodcast. Find us on that Twitter thingy at NotACluePod, Instagram at NotACluePodcast.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Ow.
There's no one for you.
You bit my toe. What was that?
Yeah.
What was the 2 thing?
Drop it.
Oh. You can also find us on Tumblr, tumblr.com/blog/NotACluePodcast. Subscribe to a YouTube channel. First name of the channel, Not a Clue. Second is podcast. That's it. You guys have a good one. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We do appreciate it. We appreciate it, as always, for all the listens all the time.
Black Ops Matter will come forever.
There we go. Have a good one, everybody.
Yes, we can. That's 2020.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.